The excitement for Phase 3 was huge. It was supposed to be big and grand. I wanted it so badly, honestly. But now that Phase 3 has launched, I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. The leveling, the everything, the nightmare zones, it feels like classic, but I kind of get the feeling there's way too much of a retail tinge, honestly, especially for the Twisted Emerald zones or whatever they're supposed to be called. It's just a loop-de-loop of fetch quests that you're supposed to spam endlessly. Your inventory gets clogged instantly. It's just, especially that feels bad. The leveling experience, I don't even know if we can call it a leveling experience. I don't know. I am really torn. Do I like this or do I not like this?
So many players last night, after hundreds of hours of preparation, their favourite snacks piled a mile high on their desk along with 20 energy drinks, went to log into Season of Discovery and found that they couldn't play the game.
Good times.
The problem started in the afternoon. A few people in my guild reported that they were unable to log back in, and therefore the strategy was to just not log out. Unfortunately, including me, many people were just booted from the server randomly. And this login issue persisted 3 hours after Phase 3 launched. I'm pretty sure the problem only lasted...
I played Path of Exile while that was happening.
after the launch for EU servers. This has disrupted many players. Firstly, since this problem affected so many people, it meant that a select few were able to get ahead of everyone else, creating an unfair advantage. Admittedly not a
Oh
huge one,
no!
probably doesn't matter that much in the long.
Oh no, the unfair advantage! Oh no! Yeah, I don't care. I'm not running World First. Hey, the people who want to run World First or do whatever, go ahead. I literally could not care less about your whatever problems, honestly.
Long run, it did leave many players feeling left out and angry. Many people have busy schedules with work and family commitments. Imagine setting aside all of your commitments to play the game for a few hours on launch to find that you...
Hey, there was absolutely no commitments when this launched for a lot of people, okay? Family? What family? They're in the trash. They're locked out of the house, baby. That's what some people do.
Just can't. Or God forbid you actually wasted one of your holiday days off work. Entire
Pre-questing. Boo.
guilds in the world first race for Sunken Temple were also disrupted, starting their leveling journey 2 hours or 3 hours later than everyone else. I know this only affects hardcore people, but hardcore players take up a large part of the SOD community, and every playstyle approach.
No, they absolutely 100% without question don't even come close to a big chunk of the community. Now, there's enough of them that, yes, they are a big chunk because there's a lot of them, but not in a percentile manner, okay?
Should be respected in the game. Personally, I find this very weird from Blizzard. They stress how they want the raid to be available at launch to create excitement around the world first race for the top guilds, but then decide to...
That's such a shitty mistake, by the way.
...take the servers down until they were fixed to ensure an even playing field. Therefore, this world first race has been very unfair. It kind of seems like cadencing the raid 1 week after launch would be a much smarter idea. I mean, it's an approach that most WoW players actually do like and are familiar with by now, and one of the main reasons that people like it is because it provides a safety net in case there are any server problems on day one. Luckily, because the 7th boss of... oh my god, I don't know why I keep saying boss there, we're just going to roll with it. The 7th boss of Sunken Temple is so overtuned that the world first race is now more on an even playing field. But it's so overtuned that the average SOD player, I mean, I can guarantee... the average SOD player won't even be able to touch this boss. So, unless that changes in the future...
Yeah, seems like this. Like, come on, let's be completely real here for it. Just a second, right? Let's be completely real. Classic is a very strange place. It's a place where people who don't want challenges go to challenge themselves. That's why parsing is so popular in Season of Discovery and in Classic in general. Because you get to feel good about the fact that you spent 30 minutes collecting world buffs and then you're spamming one button. Now with Season of Discovery, that has... well, that's no longer the case. Most classes have, like, on average, three things that they spam constantly in their rotation, and you know, two or three abilities that they need to click off cooldown, and you know, those are long cooldowns, like a minute or whatnot. Okay, Season of Discovery has that. So yeah, but it's still kind of easy mode. Gnomer, let's face it, it was green level trash. People could do it with 200 DPS on average. I did it multiple times with that, with complete shit raids at the start when I finished my rogue. Hey, still doable, not a problem. Okay, and everyone was happy with this. But now, if Sunken Temple is actually hard, what the hell are you gonna do? I heard that you need like 6 kicks in this raid for a boss, otherwise you wipe or something. How the hell is that gonna pass, okay? People don't want retail levels of difficulty in Season of Discovery. Everyone just wants to stand there, spam their 3-button rotation, maybe if they're lucky off cooldown, and then see their parses and be happy about a 90 plus or whatever. That's what people want to do in SOD. Very simple. And if this is actually hard, that's gonna be questionable to say the least.
Going to be a big problem for the game, as most classic players don't have the patience to wipe over and over again, progressing on the boss. I mean, the wipes on this boss...
No. Most classic players have the patience, they're just stupid.
...is nearly getting into the hundreds for all the top guilds, which
And when I say stupid, I don't actually mean stupid as in stupid. They're stupid because they don't want to learn that one mechanic that can wipe the raid that they want to do, because it's classic again. We're here for the easy free loot. Okay? That's what we're here for. If I wanted a challenge, I would be playing Lost Ark at the moment. That is a challenging game that actually requires a lot of finesse, where you're literally designed to wipe hundreds of times in hours to try and progress. That is good. But this, I don't want this to be challenging. I'm looking for a loot pinata, boy. Also, don't get me even started on the trash packs here. This is what I mean when I say it looks like there's too much of an influence from retail. And I mean, even in retail, people are constantly complaining, why there be this much trash? Why do we have to spend hours clearing trash in a raid? Great question. I asked the same one. And it seems like in Sunken Temple there's also way too many trash mobs. In Gnomering there were way too many trash mobs, okay? It's just not fun. It's just not cool. It's just not viable.
Boozling. Because that is basically the reality of this boss. It's going to be a similar experience to progressing on the last boss on a heroic raid on retail. To be honest, maybe even more difficult. Maybe this is comparable to mythic difficulty because it's that overtuned. Personally, I'm actually someone who likes this increased difficulty, but I'm definitely a minority vote on that topic, and you've got to cater to the majority of players.
I'm fine with some difficulty, but, you know, there is such a thing as too much difficulty in classic World of Warcraft.
Another disastrous problem in launch was that quests were given an insane amount of gold for completing quests. Some people have reportedly made thousands of gold within the first few hours of the launch. I mean, you can't make this so far. The people who were able to log on to the server or stay logged into the server and get kicked out were the ones who were able to take real advantage of this gold bug. Let's basically be honest, it is a gold bug because it now has been nerfed and hotfixed. So we're now in this weird situation where a select few lucky players have huge money bags of gold. Hopefully it won't be enough to create server economy problems in the long run, but I find that quite unlikely. The Nightmare incursions themselves were giving way too much gold and had to be nerfed twice. The quests were giving 5 gold each, so people were able to farm over 1k gold. And because the XP was so high on launch, some people were actually able to get level...
Oh, by the way, something that no one's talking about, which I noticed very fast, because I was doing Nightmare incursions with a mage, and some hunter put their pet on aggro, and it aggroed me. Yeah, but playing classic, Hunter Pet is gonna kill your 0 gear mage probably, right? And it chased me forever, okay? Maybe that was not an accident. But in any case, you see, the Nightmare Zone is a PvP zone. I so much regret actually rolling on Living Flame now because of this shit. Because the reality is, PvP sucks. I hate classic PvP. There's nothing good about it, in my honest opinion. If we want PvP, let's go Wrath of the Lich King. Peak PvP, boy. Okay? Burning Crusade's decent, but Wrath is peak PvP. Okay? It's really good. But classic is a fucking joke. And this zone is PvP. And you know what that means? Well, at some point, people are going to be tired of farming this shit. And they're just going to camp in to kill people at the portal or after the portal or, at the fetch quests. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be sad.
50 in just a matter of hours. So yeah, those people who were able to stay on the server and get logged in have a dramatic advantage over players who didn't.
Yep.
Also, you only need to quickly browse Reddit to see the numerous bugs that shipped with the launch. Most notorious has to be certain bugs in Sunken Temple and also the Warlock's Felguard. So 1, the Felguard for some reason does less damage than a Succubus, which is weird. He's supposed to be like the highest damage pet, surely. He also just
surely
his cleave ability. For some reason he gives the player every single Master Demonology buff. I guess that's a slight advantage. But fourthly, the damage bonus from Soul Link just doesn't work on him. So essentially the Felguard is pretty useless right now, which is a massive anticlimax. Sunken Temple is also riddled with bugs. Many people have reported that the second boss randomly resets and therefore soft locks the instance, meaning you can't actually summon the boss again to further progress the raid. Oh, and by the way, the bosses in this raid have had their HP pulls. Well, if we compare the...
By the way, again, I don't know how I feel currently about Phase 3. I'm gonna finish stuff and I'm gonna go play it a little bit. I'm gonna go Zul'Farrak. I tried it when I tried it the moment the level cap was raised to 50. I tried it with a mage. Horrible, Jesus. Yeah, did not get to the safe spot. Now I got level 34, which is arguably one level too low, but yeah, you can make it easily with a little bit of practice. I died like 4 times, and yeah, now I can perfectly 100% always get the first safe spot. The first safe spot being the previous second safe spot. That one. Not hard. You know what's actually now the problem? The second part of the run. Because if you're unlucky, you will literally just get squashed by 5 patrolling mobs at once. And that's not good. If they're spaced out, it's actually not hard. You can blink, throw, snoob, and do all of that magical stuff. But, man. Questionable. I don't know, maybe that's why I'm not feeling it. And, yeah, you need clarity, okay? You need clear casting from the bomb. Otherwise, it's gonna be really annoying. I did a proper clear once and a 0.5 clear because I spec'd into fire fully. By the way, dual specialization helps really a lot. By the way. And man, it was annoying. Man, killing that shit without clear casting is gonna be... It was annoying. Now I've spec'd into clear casting and I'm kind of ready to go. But again, I don't know if I feel like it at the moment. Maybe I want to go play the rogue. I'm so not sure at the moment.
HP pulls of Nomagon bosses to the bosses in this raid, they've been increased by 400 to 700%. Yeah, that's going to be a great strategy for a supposed casual-friendly version of classic World of Warcraft. So I know a lot of people are going to complain that I'm being too negative about the game, but I'm literally just reporting on the facts that are in front of me. When I look at the comment section sometimes, it really does make me...
Yeah, this is not really being negativity in general, this is just saying what's happening. And I don't know if I'm positive or negative currently. Definitely not positive about what's going to happen in Nightmare Zones after, a couple of days. It's going to be a shit show. But, everything else, I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see.
I feel like the WoW community would prefer Blizzard to never be called out or held accountable for their actions. Guys, you pay $15 a month for this game. You all deserve a premium product without server instability issues and bugs. Minimal bugs. In my humble opinion, this launch was very simply just an embarrassment. It very clearly wasn't a finished, ready product. They should have taken the servers down until they 100% knew that everyone could log into the game. And if they're not going to do PTR tests for new phases, they need to increase their game testing team and a period in which they do tests to iron out issues like this, because I won't be surprised if Phase 3 literally got 0 testing. Phase 3 was obviously rushed out. I mean, the time between the announcement and the release was 1 week, which was abnormally fast, and a rushed game is just forever bad, whereas a delayed game will eventually be good. It's probably another classic case of developers being pressured too much by upper management to rush the release with the approach of, oh, we'll just fix it later in a patch, which unfortunately is the mindset of most of the gaming industry right now. Unfortunately, guys, there's nothing really positive to report on apart from the fact that you can now smoke Adobe in Germany. So anyway, ciao.
Yeah, but Germany's dead, so, who cares? Anyway, Meta Goblin. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say what I feel about Phase 3 currently. Maybe I'm just not feeling it for, whatever reason, but... Anyway, this was Chris Citizen. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.